I am going to be making a birthday banner for my nephew, who is turning 10 next month. They've taken over the internet. You've seen them everywhere. I don't even know how much money they cost on Etsy, but I know they're listed for sale on Etsy. So that's what we're going to do in this video. And it's going to be a trip because I haven't painted anything that big in forever. And I also have never painted a motorcycle before. This might be terrible, but... Okay, step one, I need to figure out my plan. So I'm going to sketch out an idea of what I want it to look like. And then over the top of the sketch, I'm going to do a color map so that I can get an idea for what paints I want to get. Should I do one doing like tricks? That's kind of cool. Okay, I like this because the bike is kind of flat, which I think will make it easier for me to draw. Plus, I like this like spray of dirt back here, so we'll use this as a reference. Okay, we've got our plan. That was $12 for 140 feet, and that paper is way thicker than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like, this is a niche experience, so not everyone's going to get this, but if you go to any sort of art class at a college, they will have in your drawing class or like your drawing lab or whatever, they'll have these giant rolls of paper that are on these like metal roller things that have this like cutter piece attached, so you can like pull something off and tear it and it cuts it. And they'll have like white and black and brown and whatever. And that paper that's on those rolls is the thinnest paper possible in my mind. Like, it's almost tissue paper. And that's what I was expecting this to be. I don't know why, because it's supposed to be that you can walk on it, so I don't know why I was expecting it to be like tissue paper, because that would be a dumb product. But that's what I was expecting. So I'm delightfully surprised by how thick it is, and I think that's going to make it a lot easier to do what I need to do. So that's a win. All around, great experience at Lowe's. Now that I've been sufficiently distracted by fabric remnants, it's time to get paint. But I forgot my sketchbook at home, so now I have to just remember what I wrote down, which I don't think I'm going to do very well. Oh, here's... Okay, I know I had black, and I know I need white. I had blue, yellow, and orange, right? We're getting that much lunch. Who is buying this AI garbage? What is this? This one's pixelated. Please. In this moment, I can tell you exactly what I was thinking. Like I'm a cartoon in a comic with a thought bubble over my head. I was thinking, what if I can't draw this? This might turn out terrible and then I'll feel bad, or worse, what if it's so bad that I have to say I couldn't do it? I've never drawn a motorcycle. I haven't done anything this large in forever. I can't draw this. A swirling vortex of doubt, insecurities, and lies. My creative worth being tied too closely to a birthday banner that will be thrown away after a party, making me feel incapable and paralyzed. Stupid. I think this is a shared experience among artists and creatives. The fear of the blank page, the moment before you jump in and will either sink or swim. I still have a lot of learning to do when it comes to this whole issue, the fear factor of creating and sharing what you create. I suspect overcoming this fear looks like time in and a lot of creative reps, building the mental pathways in your brain that are so consistent they override any fear you feel before beginning a project. But I have learned one trick that has helped me time and again when I'm faced with this issue. It's pretty silly, but it actually works for me, so just hear me out, okay? When I'm staring at a blank page, thinking thoughts along the lines of, I can't do this and I'm going to fail, I stop and I say out loud, I can draw anything. It's cheesy and weird and sounds cocky, but let me explain. I'm not saying this because I believe I am the greatest artist who can make anything, and I'm not saying it because I need to believe in myself and believe that no matter what, my art is great. I'm saying it because on a basic, general, just pick up the pencil and start type of way, I can draw anything. I'm not saying I can draw anything perfectly, I'm not saying I can draw even anything well. I'm just saying I can draw anything, which is factually true. If I have something to draw with, and something to draw on, and motor control of my right hand, I can technically draw anything. It works for me because the thing I am afraid of is not being able to draw something perfectly. My initial thought staring at this giant paper was, what if I can't draw this? But the real question I'm asking is, what if I can't draw this perfectly? It's the dumbest thing to be afraid of because my goal when I create is never perfection. I don't actually believe perfection is possible, and I think the imperfections, the bits that make what we create obviously human, makes our work memorable and meaningful. Anyway, this project was actually a lot of fun for me. Once I got over the silly fears and just started working, everything just flowed. I did this back in March at the tail end of a period of not creating art for a few months. It was unhealthy and painful and physically bad for me because I feel like I sort of look unwell in this video. But making something for someone else, especially when it's something fun like a birthday banner, is good for a creatively starved soul, and it was good for me. I think doing this was one of the pieces to the puzzle that got me back on track. All that to say, if you struggle with confronting the blank page, try countering the fear with a factually true statement like, I can draw anything. Maybe it will help you. Or maybe you think I'm crazy. That's fine too.
Speaking your mind is the devil's word.